All right, first of all, congratulations on your victory, Victoria. A lot of people were waiting to see you fight, and the pressure was definitely riding high for you. How did you feel walking down to the circle for the very first time, and how did it feel to perform under the brightest lights in the MMA world?
Oh man, when I first got on the stage and they were announcing my name, it was crazy. It was so cool, honestly, to be in the stadium and like all the lights and the smoke it was really cool experience and I really enjoyed it.
You had a really intense look on your face when you were making your walk to the arena. What was going through your mind at that moment?
I was just trying to stay focused on the game plan and just yeah, I was just trying to stay focused.
You obviously had your head coach there, your father Ken, in your corner. Um, did he say anything to you before you made your way down to the circle?
Yes, my dad, he just reminded me of all the things that this is my time and I worked hard for this and I was just some encouraging words to me and yeah.
It was a pretty solid performance, I got to say that. It didn't end in the first round like many people expected it to, but were you happy with how the fight went?
I was happy that I finished the fight, came out with the victory, but I'm always looking to improve myself. I can't wait to get back into the gym and work harder and improve my performance.
What do you think specifically you can improve on in this from this fight?
Um, so many things. I mean, um, I'm trying to remember the fight right now, but it's it's all kind of it happened really fast for me. Um, but there's so many things. I'm gonna go back and review the tape with my dad, and I'm sure he's gonna give me amazing feedback and go back to the gym and work on all those things for my next fight.
Okay, given that this is not only your first time in one championship, but also your first professional MMA fight, did you have any first fight jitters, or did you feel any nerves when you entered the circle?
Of course, I felt so much nerves. This was the biggest thing I've ever done in my entire life, and I I felt all of it when I was walking into the arena, but when I stepped into the cage, I blocked it all out, breathed, and it really helped to clear my mind and just focus on the fight and go out there and perform.
Let's talk about that fight. Talk us through that first round. Once you were able to get that first takedown, you immediately took the back and went to work. She was, defending the choke pretty well. Were you surprised with her defense at all? What was going through your mind when you couldn't get that arm under the neck?
Yeah, after I got the takedown, I was looking for the rear naked choke, but I wasn't able to get it under the chin completely. When I was slicing and I couldn't get it, I went to try and pound her out for the TKO, but um, my hands were stuck. She actually was holding on to my gloves, and so it was a bit sticky for a bit. And then I was just going back and forth between pounding her, trying to pound her out, and go for that rear naked choke.
Okay, in the second round, you got the rear naked choke finally, and it seemed like it was an easier time than in the first round. What kind of adjustments did you guys make to get that rear naked choke finally in the second round?
Um, when I went into the second round, it was just like how it was supposed to be, how it was supposed to go in the first. I just cleared my mind and said like, just remember the game plan and I took her back. I just waited for the right opportunity. When I saw that her head popped up, I was able to fully sink in the choke this time, and then I just squeezed. So,
What was the first thing that went through your mind when you saw the referee call off the fight when she tapped?
oh, it was such a huge relief for me. There was so much building up to this fight, so much pressure, so much emotions, and as soon as the fight was over, it just everything was just like a huge like, and it felt great.
Okay, one question from the media is how was this experience compared to fighting in the amateurs? Was there anything that surprised you?
It was strange because a lot of it was familiar to me through my experiences watching my brother and sister and competing on a smaller scale. But it was also very different. The, the stage that I was on was definitely on a very much cooler, and the lights were brighter, and the reward is bigger. So it's the same, but it's different.
Obviously, because of COVID, you can only have your father in your corner now, and your older brother and your sister are back home. If both Angela and Christian were here, what do you think they would tell you with this performance?
Um, I think both my brother and sister would be proud of me because they're proud of me no matter what, and I I yeah, I think they would be proud of me.
Okay, a few more questions from the media. What's next for you? Do you already have an idea of how frequently you want to fight, or for the rest of the year?
I don't have a certain like number of fights that I want to do. I just want to compete as often as I can. I'm gonna go back to the gym, train harder than ever, and hopefully get back into the cage soon.
Another one from the media here. In the first round, it didn't go exactly as you planned, as you said earlier. Did any moment in the match did you feel like you might lose?
No, not at all. I um I everything's part of the game plan. My dad always trained when one thing doesn't go your way, it's just one step closer to your final movement, your final plan. So when I wasn't able to get the rear naked choke in the first round, I was able to land in some solid strikes and then eventually finish her when the opportunity presented itself in the second.
How are you going to celebrate your win tonight?
Oh, I would love to have some. Well, I was feeling a little sick. I had some bad, like, food poisoning earlier this morning, so I could really go for some bakute right now.
Is there anybody you'd like to face next in one championship?
No, there's nobody that I have in mind.
All right. And last few questions here. What's the first thing you're going to do when you get back home to Hawaii?
Oh, the first thing I want to do, I want to see my whole entire family, give them a big hug, and celebrate, eat some food. Yeah.
And at 16 years old, a lot of people your age are just, hanging out with their friends, going out, but you're always in training. You're training to be a fighter. You want to be a world champion. What's that like for you? Are you missing out any? Do you feel like you're missing out on anything in your teenage years?
No, I don't see why you can't do both. I mean, training, this is my career now. This is my passion. I do it every day, but when I'm not on the mats, I can still hang out with my family, have fun, hang out with my friends. Um, yeah, I can do both.
All right. Thank you so much, Victoria Lee, winner by second round rear naked choke over Sunesis Risen. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.